Johnny Cash versus the band. Round of 180 albums of the 360 Albums Tourney. So, we've got the band, their self-titled album, going up against American Recordings by Johnny Cash. Now, there really aren't going to be losers for most of the albums from here on out, because both albums are going to be really good, and there's just going to be albums that advance and albums that are no longer in the 360 Albums Tourney. So I really love Johnny Cash and I really love the band. The band is grittier of the two, and it's a very unique album. Still can't quite put my finger on the sound. Sounds like the band more than anybody else. The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down is the standout track for me. Look Out Cleveland and Up on Cripple Creek are two other songs that I really enjoy. Now, I listened to both these albums while running 7+ miles today in pretty hot weather, and at times the band was more distracting than Johnny Cash. This Johnny Cash album actually worked well when running. Obviously it works well if I'm sitting around, if I'm reading, if I'm working, just chilling out. This album works well. Now, if you don't know much about the American Recordings albums, it's Johnny Cash and Rick Rubin. And it pretty much reinvented Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash didn't need reinvention, but it did. And he covers songs, and one of the covers on here, Down There by the Train, he's covering Tom Waits, and oh my goodness, it is just a triumphantly impressive song. And the Tom Waits version is really good, but Tom Waits can be a bit polarizing, and Johnny Cash just really sells this song. And speaking of, I guess, covers, Glenn Danzig wrote the song 13, and Johnny Cash recorded it first. And then Danzig, I guess, covered Johnny Cash doing his own song, and Danzig's version paled in comparison. I love Danzig, but he's no Johnny Cash. Also on this album is a song that sounded incredible while running, The Beast in Me. Man, that should be a metal song, speaking of Danzig. Gritty, excellent lyrics, and would be great for folks in recovery, I think. I'm not sure if that's where the lyrics were going, but I could see that. So, as I said, no losers in this matchup. There's just one advancing and one being eliminated from the 360 Albums Tourney. Advancing to the round of 90 albums in the 360 Albums Tourney is going to be Johnny Cash, American Recordings.